Good morning, everyone. It's Shauna here from White Crane Qigong. This week's session is all about the liver and the gallbladder, so helping release stagnation. These two organs, the liver in particular, is very much the home of our goals, our dreams, and our planning. So when we have liver qi stagnation, we can often feel stuck in our lives. This is also the home of anger, frustration, and bitterness. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like you'd like a little boost towards success and motivation, you just want to clear out some heat from the body and infuse yourself with some positive energy, come and join me for this week's session.
This week's practice will be akin to walking into a room that's been closed for a very long time and opening the windows and the doors to allow in fresh, vital energy. Begin with your feet, knees, and hips in alignment, shoulders soft, the chest expanded, the knees unlocked. And we'll start with the breath, drawing in vital energy from the earth up through the feet, into the legs, into your organs and your blood and your bones, and drawing down the expansive energy of wisdom and purity from the heavens. Bringing yourself into this very moment as we interlace the fingers. Breathe in, push your hands out, and draw your arms up overhead. And then we breathe in and turn to the left. You'll breathe out as you draw back to center, and in to turn to the right. Make sure you're not straining your shoulders. Mine are a little bit low. And feel your feet firmly connected to the floor or the ground beneath you. When you return to center, we'll simply release the hands and allow them to fan down until you reach the level of the shoulders. Here we'll expand through the chest, pushing the palms up, opening up through the meridians in the arms, and then gently floating back down. Gathering in, interlace the fingers, come up overhead again, and this time take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, lean to one side, really pressing the feet into the earth. We're opening up through the liver meridians that run down the sides of the body. Breathing out to lean, and in to come back up. Go at your own pace for this entire program. I'm your guide here, but you are the one in your body. Now release the arms out again, expanding through the chest. Palms facing out. And then just allow your arms to glide back down. From here, we'll draw the arms up overhead, palms facing forward, and you're going to look up to the sky, keeping the feet nicely pressed into the floor. We're just going to reach up and breathe in, And then breathe out and reach up with your other arm. The liver is connected to the eyes. It is the home of the Hun, or the ethereal spirit, seeing our world through our eyes during the day and then through our dreams at night. When you're finished, just release your hands back down, touch down onto the lower dantian, chin to chest, and then just gently run your hands down the back of your legs and we'll come into a forward fold. Make sure you have a generous bend in your knees and you're never overextending. And then pushing back up, chin to chest, and shoulders roll back. Stepping out into Wuji, feet are about shoulder width apart, and we'll start by lifting the heels as we turn side to side. We come into knocking on the door of life, activating that Mingmen point in the back, the lung points, lungs 1 and 2 in the chest, and then over the shoulder to help release points in the gallbladder channel and clear the mind. And then come back down to the waist and we'll slow it down. You should feel a nice buzz of energy through your body after that practice. Now we'll move into some hip rotations. Keep your feet nice and anchored and your head aligned with the heavens. We're really turning through the waist and just circling from side to side. We go in both directions. Make sure when you change direction, you come all the way back to center. Now return to center, release your arms. Slide them down your thighs onto your knees and we'll rotate through the knees. Make sure that there's no pain in your joints with any of the movements that we're doing. If this is painful for you, just give this form a miss. Breathing in, come back up, release your hands. And from here, we'll come into some wrist and ankle rotations. This is great for balance, strengthening the ankles and the feet, and exceptionally beneficial for helping with focus. Place that foot down and come up onto the opposite foot. You may find you have better balance with one side than the other. I find if I focus on the leg I'm standing on rather than the one that I'm moving, it tends to be a little bit easier, although you can see I'm also a bit wobbly on my right leg. Come back to center. And here we'll bring the hands behind the back. You can have them in reverse prayer, palms crossed over, or you can hold your elbows, whatever feels most comfortable for you. We're just looking to immobilize the shoulders. We're breathing in at center and breathing out and just tilting the head to the side as though you're trying to listen to the sky. Breathing out, again, no overstretching. I have a very bad neck, so this feels great for getting into all those little creaky points. Now this time, when your head rolls over, we'll draw small circles with the chin. 3 circles in one direction, and then when your chin comes back towards your chest, we'll go 3 in the other direction. And then breathe in back to center, breathe out to come over to the other side, and we'll start again on this side. The neck is the gateway between the head and the heart. It's very important to keep this channel open so you can hear your intuition. Release your hands. Take a nice breath in and out as we step out into Mabu or horse stance. Making sure your feet are forward and your weight is sunk. We're going to pivot on the right heel and point that foot forward, but your hips stay facing forward. We breathe in and expand, and out to come back to center. I'm loading up the heel of my pointed foot here rather than my knee. And you may notice when I draw back in, I'm bending my back knee as well. We're keeping the weight sunk in the lower half of the body. Now, from here, you'll pivot on that heel, and you will turn your opposite foot out, hips forward, and we'll expand again. We're breathing in to expand open and out to return to center. Always taking your time and going at your own pace for any of these practices. Bring your feet back to forward, and now we're going to pivot both feet. Begin by making light fists and drawing your elbows in by your side. Pivot the right foot forward and then the back so that your whole body is facing in that direction. Then we pivot the feet back to center and around to the other side. And you'll notice here my back foot is not straight, it's at 45 degrees and it remains pressed into the ground. Breathe in back to center, breathe out to punch. The leg that is extended back has the arm extending forward, and the other, I'm pulling that elbow back to get a really nice opening through the hip flexor. We'll do one more. It's really good to do this fancy footwork and give yourself a little bit of a challenge. Release your hands back down and then cross over at the chest for our final form in Mabu. Your outer hand will make a fist and the inner will make this L shape with your fingers. We're crossing the inner and outer gates to come into a form called the Tao Archer. We're breathing in to pull open across the chest and out to soften back down. Your opposite hand will be on the outside, making a fist to pull back, and you're looking down the full length of the extended arm. My legs are not moving, it's my upper body that's turning to either side. And again, the breath is to breathe in to expand and out to contract back to center. This form is very beneficial for the liver, the heart, and the lungs. Also the kidneys as we strengthen the legs. Release your hands back down. And you'll be very glad to know we're going to pulse back up into Wuji for our next few forms. From here, hands at the chest in prayer. Turning through the waist, push to one side. Opposite hand expands across the chest. And the other just gently drops by your thigh. We breathe in at center and out to extend. Try to keep your hips facing as forward as possible. This will really help to get into the connective tissue around the organs. Now, release the hands back down to the lower dantian as though you're holding a small ball. Here, where it's a pretty similar action, except the bottom hand stays. It's as though you're pushing this ball out to the side and then rolling it back at center. We're breathing out to push and in to come back in. Even though this is a small gesture, it's quite strong. Breathing out to push and in to come back in. This whole practice has been curated to help you release stress and tension from the body. Now draw your hands back to center, palms up, and we'll come into a form specifically for the liver and gallbladder. You reach behind and then brush your hand past your ear, across your chest, and along the length of your arm before flipping your hand back over. So we breathe in to reach back. Hand brushes past the ear, down the length of the arm, and returns back in. Breathing out to push across, releasing that energy from the body through the length of the arm. Breathing in to come back. And from the ear forward, it's my body moving forward that actually draws my arm in front of the face and across the chest. This form is called Repulse the Monkey, and it's from Tai Chi. The monkey is often associated with that monkey mind, the mind that just continually chatters away. Breathing in to reach back. Breathing out to push across and down. What persistent, nagging thoughts can you consciously release through this practice today? Hands float down. Gather back up to regulate the chi, and we'll float back down again. When the hands come to the lower dantian, we're going to push out, breathe in, and come back in. The tailbone sinks. The hands sweep out as though you're moving two great stone wheels under each palm. We push off the base of the feet to come back up. We breathe out to push out and in to come back in. As we finish our practice, we want to center the energy and anchor it into the lower dantian. If too much energy is rising into the mind, it makes it very difficult to be at peace or to settle. can also be very disruptive to your sleep patterns. Pushing out, we breathe out and breathe in to pull back in. Now come back to holding the chi ball, and from here, we'll reach the bottom hand out and then press back down. The hand that's extending, I'm also bending that knee to lean forward with my arm. You'll notice that the upper part of my body isn't coming forward, causing me to lose my balance. I'm just stretching out with that top hand and then pressing down. We breathe in to come up and out to push down. I'm also continually turning the bottom hand so that the palms are always facing each other. While these forms look simple, they can be a little bit tricky because we're asking the mind to do things that it's not used to. A great way to break some mental patterns. Now draw the hands back to the lower dantian. We'll anchor the chi and close our practice. Pulling down the heavens, we breathe in to gather up and breathe out to float back down. And I always like to call my energy back from all of the places it may have become entangled. It's like pulling yourself back together, gathering up so that you're operating at full power. Mind, body, and spirit unified and whole. We close by drawing the feet back together, a bamboo in the wind. Release your hands by your side. I thank you always for taking the time to share chi with me, and I welcome you to leave me a message. If you're enjoying these practices, please like and subscribe. And feel free to let me know what you're working through. What would you like to experience next? I really value your feedback and your input more than you could ever know. Sending you all so much love from our beautiful home here on the east coast of Australia.